Right, we are at Epynt, if that's how you pronounce it, in the Brecon Beacons in South Wales for a full weekend. I have never been here before, so it's going to be an eye-opener. I have just walked half the course because it is steep as, yeah, and it's very, very interesting. The weather is horrendous. It's been chucking it down all night. It's spitting right now. It's forecast showers all through the day, but tomorrow it's forecast a bit more sunshine. We may still get some showers, but we might get some sun tomorrow, where it's looking unlikely today. So conditions are going to be terrible. The track, if you stay in the centre of the road, seems quite grippy because it's quite an abrasive surface, but if we veer off to either side, disaster awaits. We have 12-inch ruts to contend with, boulders, hay bales, sheep, and everything else you can think of. So I think today it's going to be try and keep it in the centre of the track on the black stuff, and then tomorrow, when the conditions might be a bit more favourable, we might be able to push it a bit more. Luckily for the BARC Championship, there is no target time. This is a new venue, so whatever we set today, the people in our class will be the target time. There's 4 of us in the class, so let's see how we get on. We're just about to do a convoy run, which is very welcome. We don't normally get this at a lot of places, where you just go up the hill at not walking speed, but you know, at a sensible speed, not timed, and you get to actually see the course. So let's see how this goes. I'll film it as we go up and we'll see what our thoughts are. Try and pick some turning points and braking points, but it's going to be hard with the conditions. 1, I've never been here before, and 2, I've got no idea what the grip levels are going to be until we actually try and push a bit. So there we go. Right, first look at Epynt. You might not be able to make out from the camera view, but it is steep, very steep. Apparently it's the steepest in the UK. Very little room for error. Late apex on that one, on that bend. Here's the sheep problem. And you've got to slam on for a chicane. Jeez, that's tight. coming down for timed run 1. So I've just done practice. We're going to get 1 run, timed run before lunch, and then 2 after lunch. So yeah, very, very technical. I love it. It's a very tight, twisty hill climb, very steep. I think I did a 62 or a 63 in practice. The VX220 is a second or so quicker, which it's going to be. It shouldn't really be in this class, but how they do the classes in Wales is different to other places, so we've got to do what we get. So yeah, let's see how this one goes. Looking online, I need to be about 55, sorry, when it's dry. Now, as you can see, there's a bit of sun coming out and the track is drying, so let's hope this continues. So just try and keep, like we do at a lot of places, try and keep shaving a bit off and get quicker and quicker and try and perfect everything, neaten everything up as we go on. The second chicane caught me out big style, as it did lots of other people. It's very tight compared to the first one, which you'll see on the video. So yeah, let's try and time that one better and brake a bit earlier. So let's see how we get on. This afternoon as well, bloody hell, but that's how it goes. Right, coming down for timed run 2 after lunch. Just had a brief shower, as you can see from the windscreen, but the sun's back out, so hopefully it's not wet the track too much. I don't think it has. So we did a 58.2, I think, for first time run. My target is a 55 over the course of these 2 days, so we've got another 3 seconds to find, but we'll take any improvement. It's very close in class. There's only a second between a lot of us, I think, so yeah, let's try and eke a bit more time out. My time did count after clipping the chicane. I think as long as you don't move it, you're alright, because there's a mark on the floor where it is, so I think you can touch it, but you just can't move it, because if they have to reset it, then they have to stop the guys behind, and that's obviously when you get the time penalty. But no, it was just, I can't even see a mark on the car. It was just the slightest of glances, unless I hit something. I might not have hit the barrier, I might have hit something else, who knows. But yeah, the time count, we are second in class, but let's see if we can shave a bit more off on this one. missed that second chicane up, lost the back end a bit, so I lost a bit of time there, but keep on pushing that little bit more each run. There's definitely more to give on the first two corners. I'm still a bit conservative, but the grip's definitely there, so if the weather holds out, because it is spitting again now, we'll give it that bit more on the next one. Feels good though. Right, timed run 3, the last one of the day. There may be another, but it won't count towards today's results or the championship, so we'll decide whether we're going to take that or not later. But this is the last one that counts. So I'm now in 4th place of 4, but there is 3/4 of a second between all 4 of us. It is neck and neck like it is at a lot of places. So I went slightly quicker on that one. We're down to 57 now. So 58 in time run 1, 57 in time run 2. Like I said, the aim for the weekend is to get into a 55, which is about as fast as I think I can go looking at the online time. So there's still time there. I'm going to try to take the first part up to the first corner in just first and second, and leaving it bouncing off the rev limiter in second, in order to take that first bend in second and get a bit more kick out, because it is bogging down slightly out of there. I'm only at about 4,000 revs in third, so I'm going to try that and see if it shaves any more time off, and then obviously just try and be that bit more committed everywhere else. But we're getting up towards, like, let's say 8.5 temps now commitment, so yeah, we'll see if there's any more time to be had. I need to find some more time if we want to get any kind of trophy today, but I'm not too fussed about that. It's just about slowly getting quicker and quicker. Definitely shaved a few temps. We'll see what the time comes back at. But yeah, I'm just hitting the rev limiter when I approach that the first bend, so no point changing to third before, and I can get that bit of a boost out of it. So that's definitely an improvement for tomorrow. See what the rest's like. Right, back for day 2 at Epynt, the Sunday, and as predicted, the weather should be better today, although in all fairness it turned out quite nice yesterday, so we managed to get to a target, or my personal target, of a 55. I think it was a 55.5, not 100%, but it'll say on the video. Let's see if we can get any more off today. So that is the target for today, because that is the new record for the championship. Can we get into a 54? Never say never. There's not too much more I can give, but there's certainly another tenth, so I think we're going to go from run 1 here, we're going to go all at it, we're going to go all in. I think I'm going to take the second bend down to second. I'm taking it around 45 to 50 miles an hour, so it's not so bad in third, but again, second will just give it that bit of extra kick. It's just, it locks the diff, and it did do, I tried it on practice, and it locks the rear diff, so it does send the car sideways, which may lose us time, who knows. But we're going to try it and see what time we get, and then we'll take it from there. And then come up with a plan for this afternoon to attack it. Right, coming down for time run 2, we're going to get another one in before lunch, because I think showers are forecast this afternoon now, so luckily, gratefully, the organiser thought, yeah, we'll get a second one in while conditions are good. So 55.1 for time run 1, which is, I think, 4 tenths off yesterday's best time, so we've shaved even more off. It was the first 10 out of 10, if you like, fully committed run, so there's not too much more we can get, but we'll give it everything again on this one, and see if we can shave any more off. I mean, a 54 would be lovely, and I'm close to that, but we'll just see. We need everything to fall into place. So yeah, let's give it everything, and if the showers do come this afternoon, we've got a good time on the board already. On that one, and I think I've clipped some of it with limit now. So one, I don't know if that'll count, and two, I don't know if it'll be any quicker, but we'll see. Right, back from Epynt in Wales. Fantastic weekend. The weather threatened to rain havoc, but ultimately we had a very good weekend. I mean, Saturday, as you saw, started horrific, but it soon cleared. It only lasted about an hour. There was the odd drizzle spell through the day, but sunshine in between, so the track was 80-90% dry most of the day, so we could gradually attack it. And then Sunday the weather was absolutely glorious, so just what we needed when it's a new venue, and as you could tell, very little room for error, which I love because it rewards the brave drivers, shall we say, and the ones that cars are set up. Yeah, not the place to go if your car's not set up and there's no alignment done on it and it's trying to steer you off the course, because outside the centre of the road, very slippy. The second run on the Sunday, where I thought the diff locked, looking back at the footage, it didn't. I just went too far out wide on that second bend and the rear wheel caught the really loose gravel stuff that I knew about beforehand, and it just slid. So very grippy in the centre of the track because it's very coarse abrasive surface, but either side where the stones have been flung, I mean, even in the centre of the track, you could hear it on the camera and you could hear it in the car, the stones flying everywhere because it's obviously on the Brecon Beacons and the roads are not used much, so there's cow pats there on the track, stones flung everywhere. So yeah, like you say, you need to be on it, your car needs to be set up right, but really rewarding when you get it right. And then the long straight over the finish that seems mundane, and it is, you get a bit of a rest, but you know, I'm going nearly 90 miles an hour over the finish, and the others in my class were doing 100 miles an hour. And there's rivets and ruts and potholes in the road because it's not been repaired, it's hardly used, so it's trying to fling you off the road at any given opportunity. So yeah, even you think it's a nice straight uphill run to the finish, you still need to grip the steering wheel and not relax. But yeah, really love the venue. I love going to new venues and testing the car out there and me out there. It was a choice between this one and Pembrey last week, but I'd already done Pembrey previous, so I'm glad I picked this one. So time-wise, on the Saturday, time run 1 started with a 58.2. Now, as I mentioned, my target was a 55, and I knew that if conditions were optimal, there's a chance of a 54. Just looking at previous footage of other people that have gone, I mean, there's no one's done it in a 350Z, but I can use the kind of gauge with other cars, knowing what power they are and how they handle, what I could possibly achieve. So the aim was a 55. Time run 2 was a 57.5. And then time run 3 on the Saturday, we give it about 9/10. So I just slightly upped the effort and focus level on each run as I knew what kind of grip there was. Pointless going all in on run 1 on the Saturday because I'd have ended up binning it, and yeah, disaster awaits. As I said, there's a whole host of hazards you could have hit. So we went 9/10 on time run 3 on Saturday and come out with a 55.4, which mission accomplished. I was very happy with that, but knew that coming back on the Sunday the weather would be slightly better and there's a chance of a 54. So we arrived Sunday, glorious conditions. Time run 1, 55.1, so shaved another few tenths off, very close to a 54. And then on the second run went all in. They give us the run before lunch because it was forecast potential showers after lunch. Now I didn't stay for T3 after lunch, I got away at lunch like a few did to get home. I mean, I'm five hours away, so time run 2, it was all or nothing. We went all in, and it wasn't perfect by any stretch, but it was the most committed run I'd done. Left nothing on the table, and we ended up with a 54.9, which, well chuffed with that. There's still a few more tenths there, because like I say, it wasn't 100% perfect, but it was as committed as I could be, given I'd only done a few runs beforehand. So didn't bother doing T3, because in my head it was like there was nothing to gain and everything to lose. I'd have wanted to go faster again, so every run over the weekend was quicker and quicker and quicker, and I'd have wanted to go quicker again, but I couldn't give it any more commitment, so I'd have probably ended up hitting something or coming off. So yeah, I erred on the side of caution and thought, let's get away. We've had a glorious weekend. Car performed faultlessly, and we'll come back next year if it's on. There's a danger that due to numbers and staffing issues, they said it might not be on next year, which is a real shame. I would encourage anybody that hasn't done it, or even if you have, to do it next year, the Epynt Hillclimb. I certainly will be back if it's on again, because there's no other one like it. It's so steep. As I said on the camera, it doesn't show on film, and when you're in the car it doesn't seem that steep, but you just look at the bottom of the hill, and then when you get to the top and you're on a mountain, it's really, really steep, and apparently it is the steepest regular hill climb in use in the UK. There's probably obviously other steeper ones, but not a regular venue for championships. So yeah, onwards and upwards, as we always say. We have got Mallory Park next weekend, only the Sunday though. I'm not doing the Saturday, so we'll see if we can improve on previous times there. Thank you very much.